as mayor of Akron, if you're elected, you got not only a deputy cabinet, you've got a bunch of people that, you know, fall under that. Will you say, how do you get those people to embrace your leadership style?
Okay. Well, first of all, anybody that works for me will have to share the very things we talked about here today. Will have to share that same philosophy. Anyone who's there now that cannot, and I don't want to get into a whole bunch.
I don't want you to.
Okay. But I will tell anybody that works for me will have to share that same philosophy. Plus, I want them each to bring a uniqueness in terms of their thought process, so that when we discuss things and we talk about things, we've got a number of different perspectives that are being brought to the table. I like brilliance. I like people who think differently than I do in terms of their thought process. Because what I found is that when you have a good group of diverse people, and diversity in terms of thought and diversity in other kinds of ways, where they come from, their backgrounds, what their life experiences have been, then you get better solutions because you've looked at them from a number of different perspectives. So I'm not scared. Actually, I want people who are smarter than me working for me. Okay, I'm not afraid of that, and I'm not afraid of who gets credit. Frankly, I don't care who gets credit. I want us to start doing the things that we need to do as a community, and it's really irrelevant to me who gets the credit for that. If that credit goes to that neighborhood person that's out there that started that block club 20 years ago, that's great. If it comes down to one of my cabinet people that came up with a brilliant, that's wonderful. If it came out of a meeting here that we had, that's great. It doesn't matter. We have to get focused on the things that do matter. And all this other stuff is irrelevant.
Those of us in the room, we're advocates.
Yes.
We're the ones that knock on doors, keep teachers up late at night, teachers scared to see us when we come to the door, because they know we're advocates. So my question, I think, is that will your administration be open to some form of economic literacy that is of an embracing type that makes one aware not only of housing foreclosure issues, but one of the issues that was one of my pet advocacy issues was the question of payday loan and lending and credit card, and how that spirals out of control and can compromise a family.
You will find an administration that is friendly to your advocacy. Okay? I will be asking many of you advocates to actively participate in a number of different ways within our governmental structure. One of the complaints that I've had is that we have not, when we have boards, commissions, different things, they're all the same folk, with the same ideology, and that is going to change. I want some hellraisers. I want some folks. There will be a broad spectrum.
We hear you talking about transparency.
Yes.
But what's granted in what you say that is not going to be the same old crony politics?
The finances will be online. We'll be coming out to the neighborhoods where you'll be able to ask directly. Finance director, my cabinet, you'll know them as good as you know me. Because they'll be out here where you can question them, talk to them, demand the information that you need. I have to repair. I'm going to spend my first year repairing relationships.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to be spending more time on than anything else, is getting a connection between the very concerns that you have when you don't have those concerns anymore, that you feel comfortable about what you get.
Mike is not participating in this. I've never asked him to participate in it. I've come here to just give you information. I do support what Mike's trying to do because I know he is up against a mountain. I'm a frequent critic of Mayor Plusquellic and what is going on at the Board of Elections with his campaign contributions. And if you go on and you look at the campaign site and you see where his money comes from, it's all the contractors doing business with the city. Okay, and it's not just $100 or $500 or $1,000. Sometimes it's $5,000 or $10,000, and these contributions line up. And then what goes on the other side is Mayor Plusquellic takes that money and he uses his city credit card. He travels all around the world with his entourage, his girlfriend, and whoever else he wants to take with him. Our favorite newspaper, the Akron Beacon-Journal, takes a position that he's allowed to do this as part of his campaign. The only stumbling block with him, not the only stumbling block because you're the biggest stumbling block, but the other stumbling block is he does not file his expenditures on the campaign on his Ohio ethics forms. And this has been going on for quite some time. It's a money game, and it's all about the money. It's a shift of the resources from the neighborhoods, from the people, to these contractors and people doing business with the city.
It's time for a new mayor, and it's time for Mike Williams to be the mayor. You have laid out a wonderful roadmap of what the city will look like when you are the mayor. Not if you are the mayor, but when you are the mayor. So what I want to hear before we leave here today is what we can do to help you get elected. Because you've got a clear roadmap of what you're going to do. Now we need a roadmap of how we're going to get you there.
I've said often, right now, if sentiment could vote, we'd have a ticker tape parade going down Cotton Road right now. It's real clear. And that's been every community that I've been in. They're at the same spot mentally relative to they want this change to happen and take place. Now, translating that from that sentiment to the election. Now, the election, the primary election is September 13th. Now, there's a whole bunch of folks that don't vote in the primary. Okay? Oh, and I got folks telling me all the time. I remember election. Oh yeah, Williams, I vote for you in November. And I want to yell back, if you don't vote for me in September, I ain't gonna be here in November. Okay? So each of you has to be an ambassador to tell people, because there's a lot of folks, ain't nothing gonna change. Everything's gonna stay the same. You know, my vote doesn't count. I'm gonna tell you right now, in this election, your vote will be counted. There's some elections where it's so wide, you know, well, might not have counted. But in this election, do not underestimate an incumbent. He's out threatening folks, pushing folks, pressuring folks, and he ain't alone doing it. He got other folk working for him doing the same thing. All right? You can volunteer, and you can come in your way, how you want to do. If you want to take on the whole city, love it. If you want to do your block, perfect. Doesn't matter. If you want to sit in your house and make phone calls, love that too. You can contribute on the website, and we're just like Barack Obama. $5 means as much as $500, okay? It means the same. And it's important that you invest, because when people invest, then they come out and vote. It's direct correlation. They've invested. Now I send them my $5. And I'm going to tell you right now, I remember my secretary, when I worked at the House of Rights Commission, donated $10 to me on one of my re-election campaigns. That $10, I'll never forget that $10. Because I knew her economic situation. That $10 was like $500,000 to some other person. That meant more to me. That $10, I will never forget that $10. Because I knew why she gave that to me. And that she trusted me to go and do, and she wanted to invest in that $10. And I still get teary-eyed when I think about it. So that's what we have to do as well. And you can do that on the website. It's real easy to do. We'll be having some fundraisers and some different things. You can come in your own way into this. You don't have no money, you can work. You can do things. You know, it doesn't matter, because it's all of us coming together to make this change. Reclaim your city government.
First thing we need to do is get the mayor out of office. I hope put him in there. And I'm working hard day and night to get him out. Now, that's my purpose. I don't care who like it. If you don't like it, I'm going to say, Mike know me. I go to the council meeting. Mike broke up the music, the loud music. He did it. Mike did it. And he would stand the ground. He walk on. He not a fusser, a fighter. He was raised different. I know his parents, I knew of his wife, and he going to stand his ground. The man need to get out of there. I don't appreciate him messing with the policeman. If anybody need a raise, it's the policeman. And these parents need to get them a job. I've never been on welfare. Tell them now I get a little aid, but I get my really purpose from the government. I work for my living. They pin on the system too much. When the parents need to do their job, quit laying up with the drug addict, getting these babies, taking the welfare money and selling the food stamp, and get down to business and get them a job and do what's right. And when my children, I don't care what they do now, but the Bible says business self while young. Some people know Miss Penny. I'm not going to take that much time on it. When my child did something wrong, my job told me I'm a licensed chef. I went to school on my own to be a chef because I would like to be independent. I am now. Well, Miss Penny, my job told me you is going to have to raise your children or keep your job. Okay? I had to work. I told Miss Penny, take my children's pants down when they do wrong and paddle their butt. I never had no more trouble out of them kids and Miss Penny. The parents do their job at home. Now the old folks are laying there with the dope addict. That is the problem, not raising their kids. I'm talking from experience. I have grandkids. I'm doing the best I can, and my grandkids don't like me that much because you speak out. I'm going to speak out. You're going to respect these police. If you do what the Bible says, the police are doing their job. They said the don't obey is in the Bible. I don't care who like it, and I don't care who get mad. Don't fight against the teacher who want to do right. Work with him, and you won't have all this problem. You never have to worry about Mike, because Mike, the Lord already showed me, he will be my man.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Ms. Davis.